So let's continue with the details of the roadmap for adoption of generative AI in software testing. Let's see what are the key factors before we actually go ahead and discuss each of these in detail in the tutorials. Let's see what are the key factors for adoption of Gen AI in software testing. So when we say roadmap for adoption of Gen AI in software testing, the test strategy for Gen AI with Gen AI should carefully consider few of the key aspects. First thing is defining the test objectives. Establishing clear measurable goals for generative AI is really important. For example, what is the organization's goal when they are trying to implement Gen AI in software testing? Is it help with the automation framework, automation scripts, accelerating the test design and accelerating the testing activities, improving the requirement coverage, improving the automation coverage? What exactly are the key criterias or what are the test objectives? Because once you have the clear objectives, you know how you have to implement generative AI in software testing. Then second is, once you have the objective, what LLM or which model is best fit, whether you need LLM or whether you don't need LLM, you need a small language model, maybe a specialized small language model that will solve your use case in much better way. So the selection of the large language model, whether it is actually required, if required, what sort of model will best fit. If small language model will do the work, go ahead with the small language model in that context. Then the data integrity, the prompt data integrity, addressing the issues, critical issues. For example, when the testing team is prompting, they are inputting certain data. Are they sanitizing the data properly, making sure that the sensitive information, the personal information of the customer is not going into the prompt? And if in case by mistake it goes into the prompt, what are the criterias for data integrity and privacy? Then governance and compliance. Align the strategy with international AI standards. For example, different standards are there: ISO, IEC 42001, and say regional regulations, EU AI Act, to ensure that the integration, the adoption of the generative AI is ethical and safe and fulfills the regulatory and compliance requirement of the region, of the country. So these are some of the key objectives or key aspects to think about. Then if we talk about the operational roadmap and monitoring, phased integration, moving from pilot use cases to full-scale deployment in CI/CD pipeline. So phased approach should be followed. Progress monitoring should be there, using a structured dashboard to track the key metrics, that is what is the return on investment, reduction in the cycle time, the AI output accuracy. Is AI really helping? Is there return on investment? Is the cycle time actually reduced or not? All of this progress monitoring is really important, because just implementing a tool or the artificial intelligence or generative AI is not going to help if it is not bringing the real value. It is complete waste of money for the organization. And there has been a recent study that shows that more than 90% of the generative AI projects have actually failed to deliver what they committed. So even though this is a good thing, but you need to have the progress monitoring to see if it is actually providing you return on investment. I have seen organizations just running behind this AI wave, but if you are a decision maker in organization, if you are a chief technology officer who is incorporating all of the AI, Gen AI capabilities in the project, you have to make sure that the implementation is actually bringing value or not. Okay, so we'll discuss all of these topics in detail in the upcoming tutorial. Thank you. See you in the next video.